What's up, everybody? Whoa, the legend Walt Key showed up. Dang, Seth, you are special. Lauren's here. Lauren, hello. Michelle, welcome. I'm so glad you guys are here. All right, all right. Who else do we have? Get those videos on. Let's see. Maria, Gary, Diane, Erica, Amarellis, Joyce. Seth is crushing it. That's right, man. I love Seth's story.
Try.
You succeed.
I
The
succeed.
proof is there. It's not just trying, you do it.
That's true.
That's
That's
the
true.
thing. Believe me, I would not have you on this call if you were not doing something right. Everybody here trusts me too much to not waste their time, and I won't waste my own time. Good morning, everyone. Icebreaker question as we let everybody in the past 30 days, how many of your leads have you followed up with more than once? Or for some of you, at all? Let's be real. All right, question. Yeah. Drop it in the chat. I want to know in the last 30 days, how many of your leads have you followed up with? At least one time, if not more. I'm curious more about more. Gary, 10 to 15 times? Is that what you're saying? I got
I think
clarify
it's
that.
10 to 15 leads.
10 to 15 leads more than once? Yeah, that makes sense. I was like 10 to 15 times. I've done that actually. So when I was just getting started in real estate, I just didn't my family's life was on the line basically. Right. I did not have time to not make money. My wife's pregnant. We're in a new city. Um, no job, debt. So in the first 30 days of a lead, I would follow up with them about 20 times for every lead because I just had to filter everyone out. I know that it pissed people off. I was always respectful. I wasn't pushy. I was just consistent. And I just had to filter through the people because I knew if I could follow up that much with someone and they kept responding, I'm gonna they're gonna close without a doubt,
Right.
without a doubt. And I also knew that all the big guys who had way more experience and reviews and money, they would beat me long term. They just had way better systems and processes, and they were better negotiators and better on objection handling. So the one thing I had was I will just beat them to the punch. I will follow up more times and get to that person who wants to work with me. It
Right.
was crazy. 100 plus for Seth. More than is that more than once or is that once?
If they're a newer lead, definitely more than once. If they're a past lead, probably once in the last 30 days.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, part of what we're talking about today.
exactly.
Diane said called 38 yesterday. There we go. 25 emails, one listing appointment. Let's go. Come
Work.
on now. We like hearing that. We were just talking, Seth and I, about how holidays are the my favorite time to do follow up and lead gen. Like people are way more receptive. And I've for anybody who objects that, I just want to I'm gonna say this. I have followed up with tens of thousands of leads. I probably have you beat on the data. Holidays are the best time that you have the easiest icebreakers ever. You have lots of events that make conversations easier. Most people expect to talk to strangers more during the holidays. It's just a given thing. We just expect that it's just going to happen.
Yep.
People are way more receptive, way more. I'm not saying they're nicer, to be clear. Definitely not saying they're nicer. I'm just saying they're more receptive or more, maybe even expectant of conversation. One more minute. Look at all you guys coming in. You proved me wrong. I told Seth, I said, I don't know how many we'll have today because during the holidays, agents tend to kind of just start ducking out. They just disappear. But you guys are totally proving me wrong in the best way possible. Amy, good to see you. Sherry, good to see your avatar. Yeah, that might be the first moving avatar we have. I like it. I don't even know how you got that.
Maybe the holidays don't start until Halloween officially.
All right. That's fair. That's fair. Roberta, good to see you too. All right, guys, let's get started. So the question for you again is in the past 30 days, how many of your leads have you followed up with? Well, I'll change the question slightly. At least one time. How many leads have you followed up with in the last 30 days? At least one time. Drop that in the chat for me. I'm curious to see. We've got a couple who answered, but now we've got a lot of people who've come in. Lauren, we'll work on that. That's why you're here today, right? Got to work on that. And to be honest, for most of us, our follow up it stems from our lack of fault stems from two things. One, analysis paralysis. What do I say? When do I say it? How do I say it? And then two, just not prioritizing it, just not sitting down and seeing how valuable and necessary critical follow up is. We don't recognize it for the financial mover it is in our revenue generation. Amy, I'm good at 1x, but after that, not so good. Alec, closer to 40. There we go. Okay, I like it. All right, guys. Well, let's move on. This is for all the agents who feel like they constantly are waiting to hear back from leads that go silent. No, they should follow up, but I think you guys can relate to this one. Struggle with it. You got to do it, but you're just struggling for some reason. And just kind of want to stay in control of the conversations instead of the constant circling back. I'll just circle back with you later, right? But before we get into the actual meat of it all, for commitments, as always, for being on the call number one, video on. That means a lot of you need to get those videos on. Jessica, Gary, Roberta, Amarellis, Erica, Diane, Joyce, Lisa, Rhonda. You guys are awesome. Mindy, thank you. Love it. Hey, there's Jessica. You guys are awesome. Honestly, it gives us energy, doesn't it, Seth? Like, it gives us energy to see real people and
Absolutely.
have them talk to us and share with us or roll their eyes if they disagree. That's fine. That's entertaining too. All right. Commitment number 2 is distractions off. I know the temptation. You're getting the pings on the phone. You're getting things that are coming in and distracting you. But here's the thing. You came in here for a reason. You showed up. You put this on the calendar. You pre-registered, whatever it was. You had a reason. And I don't think it was just to hang out because all of you are muted anyway. There's no conversation happening. There's only instruction until the end. So turn whatever distractions off you need to get the most out of this. Number 3 is participate. Hey, Amarellis. Participate in this. We're going to have questions that come in. We are going to have potentially, if we have time, a little breakout room. Get involved. You'll just maximize what you leave with. And then most importantly, for me at least, is just go make someone else's day. Go bless someone. Seth and I are taking out our time. We have no upsells here. This is free. You guys know this. Some of you have been coming to these for years with us. So you know what I say is true. We are here to bless you. We've been given great, great careers. We just want to give you that opportunity too. All right. With that being said, how many of your closed deals? I got a secondary question. How many of your closed deals this year came from your follow-up? You followed up with someone finally, and they moved forward. And this is not a trick question. For the vast majority of you, this should be almost all of your deals. It should be almost all of your deals. So it's not a trick question, I promise, right? Because almost nobody, you will meet a new lead and then they will immediately go straight into being your client. That is unbelievably rare. It does happen. So I got to be fair there. Every now and then it does happen, but it just, yeah, it usually takes some follow. So Lauren said 7. There we go. Seth, 15 plus. Uh-huh. Right. And I'm sure for many of you, similar story. Your deal's closed from someone you talked to more than once. Right. So then I think we can all agree follow-up is kind of important when it comes to making money. The vast majority of your closings came from it.
Yep.
Right. All right. So this is kind of like the moment where Seth and I were talking, like the things need to change moment, as I call it. Right. In Seth's case, he was talking about how, and this is my story too, maybe even partly Walter's. Chris, I think I saw him. We've all related to this where you post things on Facebook Marketplace, maybe just on social media in general, right? You get people who respond. Maybe, is this still available? Or maybe they respond to your comment saying, yeah, I might be moving next year, right? Or I'd love to connect to a lender. You get that text and you just light up with excitement. You're like, this is it. This is it. From here on out, I'm just going to close every week. That's it. And then life gets busy and you stop checking in. And you already know they're not checking in with you. You are so low on their priority. And so then those weeks turn into months and you start to see those people close, but it's not with you. Ouch. Ouch. We can fix that though. And it's actually a really easy fix. Okay. So let's start off. Say it with me, as we always do. Things need to change. And guess what? They will. And we're going to make it easy for you with some follow up. Okay. Because agents who stay consistent see compounding results. This is stuff that Seth and I were talking about, and he's going to take over in a second. But Seth tripled his closings within 2 years by staying on schedule with this strategy. And strategy, I feel like, Seth, is such an over complex word. It's like not even really this complex strategy, right?
It's simple stuff.
So recap for me real quick. Okay. We did this and I forgot to write it down. Okay. So was it 2 years ago? It was 5 deals.
Correct.
Okay. So 2 years ago, 5 deals.
Yep.
Then last year,
Last year I did 12, but 8 of them were from September to December
dang. Okay.
when
There
I
we
started
go.
following up.
12. And then now into this year.
I have done 18 so far, 2 more under contract, 5 listings, 2 active buyers. Yeah,
So we might
just
be hitting 25, 30.
I'm hoping for 25. If I can get them all closed by December 25. That's the game plan.
There we go. Now, how many of you are doing 25 plus deals consistently each year? Drop it in the chat if that's you, Michelle. There we go. You're going to be able to compound on this, Michelle, then. You're going to be able to take what he's sharing with you today and compound it. For everyone else, this is the starting point. This is where you're going to see how it's not as complicated as it feels. Right? That's a big thing that Seth and I talked about. All right, let's keep moving. 60% of buyers take 3+ months to complete a home purchase. Notice I said complete a home purchase, right? So that's just that process. So you have to stay consistent with them. There's just no way around it. Guys, I wish there was like a silver bullet thing that just instantly, just first contact, guaranteed, right? I'd pay an absorbent amount of money for that. It doesn't work. And did we mention more closings? I don't know if that was mentioned here. Because, guys, it's not about chasing leads. I don't want you to chase leads. I don't. I really don't. I want you to just show up consistently for people.
Yep.
So no one forgets your name when they're ready. That's it. You don't need to chase them. You're not desperate, even if you are. You're not desperate. You're not going to build a business off of desperation.
Right.
You are going to build a machine that just works day in and day out, regardless of who's president, regardless of how some leads feel, regardless of the market. You show up every day and you're going to do the same boring things. And you're going to have a great business and a great life because you do that. All right. So now Seth's going to do a lot of the talking from here on out. So we're just going to jump right into it. Step one, the frequency of follow-up. So Seth, why don't you talk a little bit about how often you're following up with the 2 types of leads, which is new leads, and then which is leads you've kind of already had some contacts, things like that.
Yeah. So with new leads, that first initial one, which everybody seems to do right away, that one's easy. If I don't hear from them again, probably a couple days after, and then another couple days. So probably 3 times that very first week. After that first week, it's probably once a week for that first month, and you just keep it going. After that first month, if I still haven't heard from them, again, I'm not chasing them, but I'm going to continue once a month minimum. That way they know I'm still here, I'm still alive. And I've actually had a few closings where I didn't hear from them for 6 months straight, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Hey Seth, I'm ready now," because I kept following up and they knew I was still doing this. So
You guys take that in for a minute. First of all, super simple. Thank you for being so concise, Seth. No overcomplication here, right? So He said 3 to 4 times in the first week.
Yep.
Now, let's be real. Let's be all honest and transparent here. It'd be a good year if you got 3 to 4 follow ups on your leads in a year.
Right.
He's doing it in the first week, right? And it hasn't prevented him from closing. In fact, it has led him to more closings. So that little voice in your back of your head that tells you, oh, I'm going to annoy them, right? I don't know what to say. Doesn't matter. Seth and everybody else who is closing a lot of business knows this. We live it. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. So from there, Seth, you said you go to once a week,
Yep.
and that's all in the so first week 3 to 4 times, then once a week until the end of the month, and then you move to once a month as long as they're just not moving faster, right? Obviously, if they're moving faster, you're going to keep contacting them
100%.
frequently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, good. So, oh, Mindy did it. She saw the little prompt. There we go. I tested this out today. I wanted to see if anybody would say it. Seth, Mindy asks, what do you follow up with them about? Because we have more steps, but I just wanted you to briefly touch on it because it's super great.
For me, for like the first week, it's all about whatever house they wanted to look at or whatever question they might have had for me at the beginning. For the first month, I kind of want to see if they want to get that ball rolling. So those type of questions on like, all right, have we talked to the lender yet? Have you looked at more houses? Have you seen the search I sent you? Stuff like that. From the monthly, it's just a conversational check-in. Hey, how's it going? Wanted to see how things are going. How's your summer been? It's just a talking point. Again, it's just so they know I'm still alive. I'm here. I'm in the business. Let's keep it going. But it's really just a conversation piece after that first month. It's kind of all business at the beginning. And then after that, it's like, hey, I'm still here. Let's talk about whatever. Robert talked about it earlier. I mean, the holidays are coming up. There's 3, 4, 5 excuses to talk to them in the next couple months. Just to follow up. I don't know. I'm good at talking, so I have no problem. Just, hey, how's it going? How's your summer been? How's the kids? How's school? Whatever it might be.
I love this. Guys, do you notice how uncomplicated that is? Just let yourselves appreciate what Seth just said there for a minute. He just gave you the freedom to not have an elaborate, crazy follow up plan and still close deals anyway. All he does is he does business first. And for a lot of you, you'd like to do that. And you know that we have such a wide variety of how we do follow up from our different guests. But what's the one thing they all have in common? They're just consistent with whatever they choose to do.
Right.
So whatever's telling you in the back of your head that you need this or you need that or not this or not that, ignore it and just follow up. And if it's awkward and cheesy, fine. You'll improve over time. You'll learn. Just do the follow up. He didn't say anything complex. So I hope that's a little bit liberating for you because that's all I did too. My first year of real estate, remember, I was desperate because of my financial circumstances and my wife's circumstances and all of that. And I just, I had to find something. Every day, my goal was find some random thing that might work. Sometimes it was a selfie. Do you know how many people made fun of the way I look, by the way? A lot of people. Weird, gross. That's awkward. I don't care. Great. I still look the way I do. So if you were going to work with me and you didn't like the way I looked, then we would have had a problem anyway. Okay. If it bothered you that much, thank you. Move on. You can go work with Walter or Seth. They're the handsome guys. All right. That's fine. Beauty pageant winners, both of them. Right. Or I'd turn around and I would just find the most random things sometimes. I have to follow up with them. And I was running out of ideas. So I just did whatever I could figure out whatever it was. If there was a big news thing that happened, like I'm in Tennessee, right? So if the Tennessee Titans had a big thing, I'd be like, I don't know if you like Tennessee Titans, but this thing happened. Literally, that's what I would do. I don't even like football, by the way. I don't know if you like football, but this thing happened about the Tennessee Titans. That's it. It's not great follow up, but it was consistent. And guess what? Their first year in real estate, I closed 34 deals.
Bang.
And that's the point, right? Just consistency. All right, let's keep moving on. This one I liked because a lot of people don't talk about this. So step 2, lofty automation. So Seth's kind of peeling back some of the stuff that he uses inside his CRM that helps a lot. So, Seth, why don't you share a little bit about what, just briefly, the bullet points of what you do in Lofty that helps with some of the automated side of it?
Yeah, so a lot of the leads that I have, it could be people that maybe I even actually talked to yet. So they'll go into the Lofty CRM, I put everybody in there. There are automations where if they maybe liked a property of mine, Lofty will automatically send them some similar properties. And then if they see something, then I get a ping. If they click on something, I get a ping saying this. It also sends them just a monthly email. Hey, how's it going? How's your search going? Things like that. And these are additional touch points that I don't have to do on my own. And I don't overcomplicate it. I'm not a lofty guru or anything like that. So
You get see? You see how easy it's? It's like, Seth doesn't have big long speeches. He's just like, okay, well, here's some pre-built things. They kind of make sense that will work for these people. Great. We'll do that.
right. That's
That's it.
literally it.
I was so excited to do this call because I think most of the time people show up and they're expecting this performance, if you will. And it's like, guys, our job is simple. It's so simple. I didn't say it was easy in the sense of discipline. Discipline is not an easy thing. It's a constant battle, but our job is simple. There's nothing complex about our follow up. There's generally nothing complex about lead gen. It may take setup and may take process, but it's not a complex thing. By the way, am I lagging for anybody? My video is jumping.
No, you're
No,
fine.
good. Okay, I just wanted to
Yeah.
make sure my video is jumping a little bit. Okay, great. So before we go there, do you have anything else that you want to share? I think some of my notes say you have Facebook ads too that come in, realty.com leads. Can you touch on those real quick?
Yeah, so at Epic, we get automatic realty.com leads. And you click on them fast enough, you get the lead kind of thing. So I always follow up with these guys manually. But as soon as I get that lead, it automatically goes into Lofty and their house will go on there. Most of them are seller leads. And again, the same thing. They're going to get I think it's like starts with like daily, some listings in their area, then it goes to weekly, then it goes to monthly. So they're getting constant follow-up
Okay.
in addition to my follow-up. I don't just say Lofty's got them. They're good to go for the next month. I still do my manual follow-up because I think that's how I'm actually going to get them to close or sell or whatnot. So, but it's just an additional layer.
Yeah, I always look at automations. Sharing with you guys because we're just talking candidly here, right? My everybody thinks I'm a tech guru when it comes to all this stuff because I know a lot. I also have a tech company. My automations for follow up that perform the best were manual, 100%, like just blows out of the water. But I always had a monthly safeguard where every single lead in my database would get a text from me. And you guys ready for this? Here's what the text said. Hey, Walt, it's Robert, your real estate agent, just doing your monthly real estate check in.
Easy peasy.
I didn't know what else to say. There were too many. I didn't remember all the details. I couldn't program it to consistently remember Walt's kids' names or anything like that. So I just had to be direct with them. I got one shot once a month. And if I just am upfront with them and honest, hey, this is your real estate check in. I don't think any of you guys would be that mad if once a month or once a quarter your doctor came in and was like, hey, it's your doctor. I'm just checking in to make sure you're good with any medical related stuff. In fact, some of you might appreciate that. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Yeah, that's fine. Or hey, no, I got something going on. I'm glad you called. Right. So
Right.
that's what I did. That was my backup plan, my safeguard to make sure all leads at least once a month heard from me. Right. All right, let's move on. Step 3. So we talked a little bit about this, but let's talk a little more with the manual home search leads. And because it was interesting that you told me that you were doing some of these manual. So can you talk a little bit more about your manual
Yeah.
home search? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So whenever I set somebody up on a home search, our MLS, it'll tell me who's actually looking at these homes and who's not. So as these people are looking at these homes, I can see Walt went in there yesterday, saw he favorited 3 homes, and maybe I haven't heard from Walt in a month, but now I see he's looking at homes again. that's the easiest thing to, hey, Walt, I saw you liked, 123 Main Street, did you have any questions about it? Did you want to go see it? Something like that. And again, it's just an added layer for me to see what they're doing out there.
Some of the questions you shared on our kind of prep call was, I noticed you haven't looked in a while. Did your search area change?
Yeah, so if I don't see their name, but they're on, if Walt hasn't looked at it in a month, but I know I have to follow up with Walt this month, super easy. Hey, Walt, I noticed you haven't looked in a while. Super easy.
Yeah. You guys notice how transparent too? Like, it's a fair question. Well, you asked me to set you up on home searches. You're not looking. Did your search area change? Are you looking for somewhere else? Are you still looking for something similar or has your timeline shifted?
Yep.
All right. So can we get just pause right here? Are you guys starting to feel how simple your follow-up can be? Anybody feeling a little bit of relief? Maybe even, right? These are easy stuff. It's easy stuff. And I'm really glad that Seth is sharing this with you because I know you hear from me every week and I know all the follow up strategies, man. And some are complex in the setup, some require money, thought process that is meticulously planned out. Yes. But at the end of the day, just get in there and follow up. If you think of the question, just like Seth said, well, Walt hasn't looked in a while. I'm just going to ask him why.
Right.
Just do it. I mean, what do you got to
Too
lose? He's
easy.
not even looking at them,
Right.
right? You guys feeling this? Anybody resonating with this? Right? Is this your story right now? Right? Okay. I just was so excited for this call because I feel like Seth is so real. And I know that sometimes when we bring in great guests who have these elaborate systems, it can feel impossible to reach that. It can feel outside of it. And while it's not, it doesn't change the way our brains work. And Seth was just so honest and transparent. Dude, I just do the most basic follow-up. I just stay super consistent. And guess what? His closings keep going up and up and up and up.
Exactly.
Let's go. So some quick common mistakes that I see, and then we're going to do a little bit. We have a breakout room planned, and I think we'll actually have time to do it today. So first is who would be surprised to know not being consistent? That's the first mistake. Who would have thought? The whole class about being consistent, even in simple follow up. And the first mistake is just not being consistent. I mean, whatever you do, just commit to it. Be daily. This is just what you do, right? This is something that you should live by, kind of a badge of honor, a code, right? And you say, if I'm going to do 15 follow up today or 30 follow up or whatever it is, you just do it and you make it work, even when the kids are sick, even when you've had fires to put out in the closing that's happened. You have the minutes. Use them wisely. You don't have to have a complicated follow-up. Well, I don't remember and I can't get to my CRM to see all the notes I have for them. Great. Hey Seth, how's your Tuesday going?
Yep.
If that's the best you can do, it's still better than nothing. So just do it. If you can't get to your notes, if you can't remember, if you don't have time for a phone call, great. Just send them a text. Hey Seth, how's your Tuesday going? There you go. Okay. I'm giving you permission. It's okay. Just go do the thing. Um, so then the mistake would be, well, obviously it's kind of similar, but failing to follow up because, and when I say this, I'm talking about long term. So consistency is just getting in the habit of doing it, but actually failing to get in there and follow up with the things that they've been expressed interest about, right? That's a big mistake that I made. Someone might express interest about something, and I just let that interest die, right? I left them hanging.
Hmm.
Okay. And then the last mistake that we'll bring up is just being available on both the buy and sell side. And Seth, I have a note that says you should elaborate on this being available on both the buy and sell side. Do you remember what we talked about there?
I believe it was just being available always for your clients. There's a lot of, I don't know, in this business, people have their own schedules, right? But I feel like because I'm available always, If you want to go see a house, we'll go see a house. If you want me to come, look at your listing or you're potentially going to do it, I'm just going to come right out. I get more business from being available whenever than I think most agents do. They might have a lot of stuff going on or whatnot, but just make time to be available, whether it's weekends, nights, doesn't matter.
And guys, just to be clear, you can have boundaries. You don't
Right.
have to, but here's the reality. For those of you who do real estate full time, especially, this is your job, and no other job would excuse you for not being available during the hours you're supposed to be available. Very few of you need to be available that much. It just feels like a lot because you might have other things you're doing, and then you get a phone call. And when you get a phone call in the middle of doing something, it just feels intense. It just
Right.
feels disruptive. But the reality is, most of us are not doing 8 hours worth of real estate a day, not even close. Most of it
Nope.
is hyper focused for those who are focused, getting things done, checking some boxes, getting that follow up. But you get a lot of liberty and a lot of freedom. So the availability is really based on you, but just don't let yourself get swept away with the idea that my clients are going to run over me. Right? Very few clients. You'll get some who, yes, will want to talk at 11, and you can decide for yourself whether 11 is a good time to talk or not. That's up to you,
Right.
right? But the availability is this is your job, and your
Right.
job comes with a level of working around other people's schedules. Now, if you don't want to work around other people's schedules, you don't have to, but you're narrowing your market size
Yeah.
because those people have jobs who will not excuse them,
Uh,
right?
I got a quick little story. I got a new buyer client, pre-approved $500,000 last weekend. The agent she was talking to couldn't show her houses on Saturday because he was getting an oil change. So apparently that was the whole day. And I showed her 7 houses, and we're rocking and rolling now. So it was as easy because I was available. That's all it was.
Honestly, it's great too because I would do usually weekly follow up to try and hit my whole database. That was my thing. If I could hit at least 500 to 1,000 leads a week just in follow up. Again, even crappy follow up, meaning just it was not personalized or anything like that. Um, I almost always would have appointments leading into next week. I mean, there was always someone who was like, well, actually, we were driving by this new construction community. Did you know anything about it? Oh yeah. Type, 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 type. Oh, the new Meritage homes. Yeah, 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 yeah. Great place. You want to go see
Yeah, exactly.
it? Right. All right. So let's do a breakout room real quick. What I want you guys to do in this breakout room, make sure you listen good, is you're going to open your contact list. You're going to pick 5 names you've ignored for the last 30 days that you haven't talked to in the last 30 days. That's it. It's going to be easy. Okay. And then what I want you to do is role play with each other, just the opening line to get yourself warmed up. It's unbelievably simple. You're just going to say, hey, Seth, just checking in. Did you end up doing the thing? It could be buying a home, getting pre approved. Maybe it's a personal thing that you remember. You figure out the event that might have occurred. It could be that they were trying to get a new job, it could be that they got married. Find some sort of event, real estate or not, for these 5 people, and then just role play calling them with your partner. Okay. It should be very quick. You don't need to go beyond just saying the question out loud, right? So the role play is that you're just going to say their name. Hey, Seth, just checking in. Did you ever end up insert the event, right? Getting that pre approval done. I just want to make sure I'm diligent in the follow up. That's it. And then they'll role play back. It's just to get you warmed up and get you thinking. And what's good is that then you can go and do these exact 5 people. You can literally leave the call and go call those 5 people and do exactly what you just role played. You already got the event. You already warmed up. Go do it. Okay. So type yes in the chat if you're going to role play. It'll be very, very short breakout room. Probably 5 minutes. Like it's not going to take long. This should be very, very quick. Lauren says yes. Of course, you're first, Lauren. I love it. Come on, guys. Drop them in the chat. Show up. Do the breakout room. I have to do it manual, so make sure you absolutely tell me yes. in the chat. Awesome. This is what I like, guys. Okay, I'm going to start prepping them. I'm going to say your names out loud so I don't lose track because I have to assign manually. So give me a second. And I'm like I said, I'm just going to say them out loud. First up, we got Lauren. Boom. And Trina. And then once I get everybody assigned, then I'll actually send you and open the rooms and you'll get a little notification. Next, we got Rhonda and Walt. Hey, that'll be fun. And we got Carrie. One day I'll just say it out loud, or AI will look at it in the chat and it'll know and it'll just start sifting for me. So we got Carrie and let's do, is that Mindy? There we go. I love it. Love it that you guys are willing to. Seth, you're going to hang out with me because otherwise I will be all alone and I'll be lonely. So we got Danielle and we
We
need a
can follow
partner
up
for
together.
Danielle. I think we're one shy. Who's going to jump in with Danielle? Drop it in the chat. Drop that yes in the chat. Come on. Don't leave Danielle hanging. You guys wouldn't do that, would you?
She can hang out with us if we want.
Yeah, you know what? Fine. Danielle, you hang out with us and we'll have Seth and Danielle, you guys can do it. And I'll be like a debate moderator. So Danielle, you'll hang out with us. Danielle, you're gonna get the invite anyway, so you can just decline it and then just hang out with us. Okay. All right, guys. I'm opening up the rooms. Let's go. Because again, we're not gonna do this long, so just accept them, get in there, and get to it. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. So now let me spotlight you and Danielle. I'm gonna spotlight you. And then let's go ahead and run through it. I'll let you guys take it away. Just pretend I'm not even here because I'm not important in this. So, Danielle or Seth, why don't you start just to lead it off
Yeah.
with picking out some people? You might have some people. And Danielle, I'm sure it looks like you're looking right now to choose those 5 people and find that event. So, Seth, why don't you pick someone and kick it off?
Yeah, so the first person on my list, I picked the letter L, by the way. I just went on my phone and picked the letter L. I like to do a letter all the time. So Lori, who is one of my friend's moms, she was down here looking at houses in North Carolina, but she didn't buy and she's in Massachusetts. So I have sent her an agent in Massachusetts. And I literally talked to her about 30 days ago, so it's a good time to follow up. So it's just, hey Lori, just checking in. Did you ever connect with Jeremy on that referral?
Beautiful.
Easy.
Beautiful. That's simple. Danielle, you got some, or do you need more time? And then we'll have Seth do one more. Oh, I gotta unmute you. Hold on. There we go. Let me unmute you. That way you don't have to type. There we go.
Um, yeah, I have some.
Awesome. Let's do it.
Um, hey Hunter, I just wanted to call and see if you ever got that pre-approval done with Elon this that I sent you a couple weeks ago.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right,
Easy.
Seth.
All right, I got Lisa, who is a Facebook Marketplace lead, and she asked about a specific house. And so I'm literally just going to say, hey, Lisa, just checking in. Did you still want to see that house on 123 Main Street?
Beautiful. Danielle.
So I have Bobby, who I actually met at a open house 2 years ago, who
Nice.
they still haven't bought, but they're still hanging
Let's
with
go.
me because I checked in with them and he said his wife would not ever allow him to go to anybody else at this point.
There we go.
We've made a good connection. So, um, hey, Bobby, I've seen that I've noticed that you haven't really been checking out the homes that I've been sending you. So, are we still looking? Are we putting that on hold for now?
Beautiful. I love it. Make them respond. Get some clarity. I like it. Seth.
Yeah, so I have someone, Liz, who just closed about a month ago. So it's super easy, same thing. Hey, Liz, checking in. How's the new house?
Oh,
That's
love it.
it's
New
easy.
house ones are great, actually,
Yeah.
because one, uh, clients almost always have problems.
Yeah.
And it's good for you to remind them that you aren't just a commission check and run.
Right.
It's really, really important. And also, it's just so overwhelming. It actually makes one of the biggest impacts in their life to have you there with them right away, because there's just so much that goes into moving to a new home, new neighborhood, and all that. So I love that. And the second thing, too, is that they have friends and family that will typically know they're moving. Some of them helped them move. And so I've had great follow up where I'm just like, hey, Seth, just checking in. How's the new place?
Yep.
They tell me their problems. Yeah, I got you, man. I'll take care of it. And then they go, also, my mom, who's been helping watch the kids while we kind of get this all set up, it turns out they would like to move closer. So I might need to connect you. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I'd love to talk to them.
Yeah.
Right. So I love it. All
Yeah.
right. Danielle.
So I also have one that I just closed on, I don't know, a month and a half ago, and they relocated from Texas to Missouri, and their kids were anxious. So, starting a new school and everything.
Yep.
So when I follow up, I will say, um, I just wanted to see how the move-in is going and the transition for your kids in school. How are they doing? How are they feeling about it? Something like that.
That's great. And here's the thing, right? The closing's already happened, right? Okay. So
Yes.
you have absolutely nothing to lose here and you have everything to gain. If they say they hate it, you have solutions for that.
Mm-hmm.
If they say they love it, then that's a positive building on the rapport, on the relationship, referrals, future business. Either way, you're in a great position with that. Seth, let's do one more for you, and then Danielle, one more for you. I think that's
All
five.
right. I got Lewis. He was a rental, and I know that he's going to be buying sometime. So hey, Lewis, just checking out, or just checking in. Are you still renting? Are you ready to look for houses again?
Beautiful. Come on now. And Danielle.
So I have some clients, Chris and Amy, they bought a piece of land about a year ago from me, or I was their agent. And but now they've been on my website actually looking at homes around the lake. And so maybe they're considering not building and buying. So I'm going to be checking in with them and just say, hey, Chris, I noticed that you guys have been looking at homes around the lake. Have you guys decided to go with something pre-built, or are you still going to build on the land that we purchased last year?
Beautiful. Oh, this is so good. How does it? Okay, so now I got to ask you, Danielle, how does it feel just to say it out loud?
I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, my phone skills are pretty decent. I'm not bragging.
Good. No.
I've
It's okay.
been
You
I've
should be
been not in
confident.
it,
Yeah.
I've not been in this business a long time, but I've been in the business of customer service a long time. But it's the consistency. For me, it's just being consistent with stinking doing the thing. A million other things come up, so just blocking that time out and honoring that time block.
Mm, mm. Very
Yep.
powerful. Very powerful. Everybody should be coming back in now, by the way. Danielle, thanks for being a good sport and doing it. Hey, guys, welcome back. Good to see you. Good to see you. So drop in the chat how to go, how to feel to just say it out loud, to actually have a real target. Hey, I'm talking to this person about this thing. Let me know in the chat. Danielle was an amazing sport. She got through them. She talked about it. Seth did his too, and he did real ones. He wasn't making it up. He said, literally, these are the ones I'm about to go do. It is nice practice, right? Isn't it kind of liberating for you to just be able to sit down, right? Say it out loud and go, oh, okay, that's it. That's all I'm going to do. Like, okay. And it's different types of clients for different reasons that you're following up with them about, right? And so it really just allows you to get past that mental block that just tells you it's too complicated. You don't have time. No, you do. And you got this. All right. So the next step is, okay, go do it. All
Yep.
right. I'm talking about today, maybe right after this call. Just go call those 5 people. You already know what you're going to say. So you don't need a script, right? You already warmed up. You got your warm up ready. Just go call them and say the thing you just said to your role play partner. And then each week, this was Seth's recommendation that he does. And this is a great strategy. It's used in a lot of brokerages and big teams. Each week, pick 2 letters from your CRM, A through Z, obviously, unless you know of some other alphabet that you use, which is fine. and contact every lead whose last name starts with those letters until you're done. It's just easy. Okay. And that's your goal. Okay. So for today, go do the 5. Go do the 5. And then going forward each week, just pick 2 letters, because now you're not guessing. Oh, who should I follow up? Who is the person? It's fine. Today I'm doing A and B. Okay. And that's it. And that's it. And you're going to do the exact strategy you just role played. Instead of some complicated follow-up strategy that hits all 100 people with, a last name that starts with A, you're just going to pull up that list and you're going to go, oh, okay. Hey, Seth, I know you had that golf tournament last week. How did it go?
Right. It's that easy.
Right. Hey, Carrie, I know you love CrossFit. Do you guys CrossFit during winter too, or is that a summer thing only? I don't care what it is. Just talk to them, and
Yeah.
you will close way more deals than you ever imagined possible. And this skill that you're doing today, the habit and just the ability to just talk to people, is going to become one of the most valuable, I'll put money on this, one of the most valuable skills in the era of AI. And there's a lot of research already coming out that people's ability to just hold a conversation is declining rapidly.
100%.
Which is great for you. Bad for the world, but great for you. Okay? Because now you get to come in here and be someone who engages, makes people feel important, and closes a bunch of deals. All right? So replay from today's call and the slideshow is going to be in the newsletter. We send it out on Fridays. It's in the chat for you. Or we'll drop the link to sign up for that newsletter just in case you missed anything or wanted to check out the role plays that Seth and Danielle did. They were awesome. And yeah, that's it. So say it with me. Things need to change. And I will change. Boom. We did great today, guys. I love it. Nailed it. That's mainly Seth because he just clean and simple, man. Nothing complicated. I love it. So, guys, questions, drop them in the chat, comments. We've got a couple extra minutes, so let's talk. I want to hear from you. You can also do the little raise your hand thing as well, and we can unmute you as long as your video is on. We do not unmute people who do not have their video on. So if you got a question you want to share with it, or even just a comment, let us know. Maybe you just want to say to Seth how amazing he is, because Seth is amazing. I love Seth's story, because that should be most agent stories. It should be. It's not, but it should be.
It will be from now on.
It will be.
As long
For
as you
those who
follow
say,
up.
me, here I am.
That's right.
Anybody got that reference? Well, did. Any questions, guys? Comments? Anything you want to share? James, I know you got in late. We have the replay going out on Friday, so make sure you're subscribed to the newsletter so you can get the replay and everything. That way you're hooked up. So Rhonda says, thank you for the encouragement. Trina says, this was amazing. Yeah, guys, I'm totally fine ending early so you guys can just go make those calls and get some time back that you didn't expect. So we good with that? We can just go knock it out? I say we do that. I got some calls to make too. I'm just going to go do it too. Seriously. Okay. All right, guys. See you next week. Thank you,
Thanks,
Seth.
everyone.
You're awesome. Bye, everybody.